My name is Cesar. I'm from Mexico. The question is what are some important. For me, the mainly um, characteristics and features. For for example, you need to know which person can can buy your product. Your product. Mm, you, you need to know the the, the price, the product, and the and the resources you need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a lot of good things.
I am thinking.
Yeah, of course, there's a lot that goes into this. So yeah, don't worry about getting everything. It's just a few things that come to mind. Yeah, and I think that's a lot of good things. So the features, the characteristics are really important. Who you're going to sell the product to, who the product is for, who you're marketing it to.
And the most important, the name of the product.
Oh yeah, the name. Yeah, that can be a very important thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, bad name could really hurt a product.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, let's go to Ernesto. Ernesto.
Yes. My name is Ernesto. I'm from Mexico. I'm living in Querétaro City. And important for the design of a product is maybe about the shape or
Mm-hmm.
or the color. Yes, or maybe the well is yeah, the functional.
Mm-hmm. The function. Yeah.
I yeah, basically I like the design of the
Mm-hmm.
color.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Physical design can be really important. Yeah, how it looks, the color, the shape, in addition to how it functions. Yeah, that's really important. Yeah, good. And then I think our last
yes.
person is Chun. Chun.
Yes, hello teacher and everyone. My
Yeah,
name
hi.
my name is Trung. I'm from Vietnam and I live in Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah. So what do you think is important for designing a product?
Um, I think the most important thing to consider when design a product is the demand is necessary for people using and it's demand and the next it the feature is it's convenience for everybody using like you can using it's uh, minimize people uh, uh, eating uh, or maybe I think convenient is the good work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
convenience. Yeah.
maybe it some products like it's a modernable, it's acceptable. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's really important. Yeah, demand. Do people actually want this product, or will it make their lives more convenient, or will it make it more difficult? Really important things. You won't do very well if you design a product that either is difficult or that no one wants. Yeah, nice. I think you guys hit on a lot of the really good factors and things to think about when designing. All right, so let's take a look at our video. So, yeah, a little bit about design research and product development. Let me go back to the beginning here. She has this chart and has these kind of three factors, so really pay attention to those. And then I'll ask some questions as we go along here.
To build products and to innovate good products, successful products, you need to have those products be desirable for the people who you're building them for. You also need to have viability. We need to know that it's in accordance with the business, which is our mission. And we need to make sure that we can actually build them. Is it feasible? So we need technology to make those things happen. Is our mission.
Yeah, so she talks about these three factors. She talks about desirability, viability, and usability. And the first one she talks about is desirability. Caesar, what is desirability all about?
I don't know the meaning. I think is the the experience. I don't know the meaning.
Yeah, we can get a few clues here. We can see this chart. Yeah, she says user experience, what users need, want.
Uh, user experience, and I can read the another part.
Yeah, the other part, yeah, is probably quite small. It says what users need slash want. So that's kind of what it is. It's related to the word desire. Do you know the word desire?
Yes.
Yeah, what does it mean if you desire something?
For example, like 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 a wish. For example, I want to buy a laptop. The brand is Mac.
Mm-hmm.
It's my wish or my desire.
Desire, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Yeah, like a wish, kind of something that you want. So, and then they said, yeah, those products have to be desirable, something that consumers are wishing for, something that they're wanting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we kind of take that root word and turn it into desirability, make sure it's spelled this right. It describes kind of what consumers want. Yeah, I think kind of similar to what Chung was talking about. People actually want this product. Is it desirable? Ernesto, can you think of an example of a product that's very desirable for a lot of people? Ernesto?
Yes.
Yeah, can you give any examples?
Example? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, when the people need a function is a specific function,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, or a specific design. I think is the zero.
Desirable. Yeah. Yeah, if you're looking for something specific, yeah, maybe you're a programmer and you need a computer that can run a certain software, then that type of computer would be very desirable for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think other desirable things tend to be things that are popular or maybe new. I think Apple products are very desirable for a lot of people. Maybe nice cars like Tesla or BMWs are very desirable. That's what I think of when I think of desirability. Okay, and then they talk about viability. So they say we need to know that it's in accordance with the business, which is our mission. Yeah, so it's a little bit tricky. What do you think about this, Chung? How could you describe viability?
Sorry, as you asking me?
Yeah. How would you describe viability? What does this mean?
I think I don't know, and I want to guess, but I think
Yeah, you can guess. Yeah, what would your guess be?
it's a something uh, we we have to do because it's like to demand. I think that.
Yeah. And are you thinking about individuals or about the business as a whole?
Sorry.
Are you thinking about this in terms of individuals or the whole business?
The whole business.
Yeah, the whole business. Yeah, so viability is kind of like, is this a good business decision? If something is viable, you are able to use it. So when we talk about viability, whether something will be kind of useful or successful for the business.
Oh yeah, I think it's useful because some products when we finish, but people don't need to using. Yes.
Yeah, this is really, the desirability is kind of about consumers, what do people want to buy? And then viability more about the business, what will be good for our business?
Yes.
Now, what will be a good business decision? So that's at least the way that she's using it in this case. And then, the last one, she talks about feasibility. She says, and we need to make sure that we can actually build them. Is it feasible? So, Caesar, how would you describe feasibility? What is this all about?
I think if we can do or we can make the product. For example, if we have the resources like people or money, the technology, the place.
Yeah. Can we actually make this product? Yeah. Do we have the money to make it? Do we have the people to make it? Do we have the resources to make it? That's what we're talking about here. Yeah. So just to kind of recap. All right. Yeah. Just in the chat. So desirability. The main question is like, do people want this?
Oh.
And then viability. We're thinking about, is this a good business decision? And then feasibility, we're thinking about, can we actually make this? Is it possible for us to make this? Yeah, so that's kind of these three areas that you might have to consider when, deciding to develop a product. Okay, are there any questions about this?
Do I have any question? Sorry.
No problem. Okay, so I want to see if we can talk about a few different products in terms of these three categories. So I'll maybe give you the product, and then you can talk about if it's desirable, if it's viable, and if it's feasible. So let's start with an electric car. I think that's a good one to start out with. So Ernesto,
Yes.
can you talk about an electric car? Is it viable? Is it desirable? Is it feasible?
Okay, desirable. For example, the electric car can be economic and ecologic.
Yeah. Economical, ecological, we would think to describe it.
Yes. Is desirable and viability is when the electric car
So things like viability. Do you think it's a good business decision for car companies to make electric cars?
Yes, because it's because the people find a new way to to change the pollution or is more ecologic.
Mhm.
I get some.
Okay, yeah. And then how about feasible? Is it possible to make?
It's so let me see. But in this moment, I think is no feasible because it's more because the electric car is very expensive.
Well, is it actually possible to make an electric car? Like, have
Yeah.
people made one?
What?
Have people made electric cars? Is it possible to make this?
It's as some people because it's more expensive.
Yeah, I would definitely say for some companies it's definitely feasible, and many car companies, because there are electric cars. You know, people have made them. It is possible to make them. Some companies do have the technology because we do have them. Yeah, and about desirability, do you think people want electric cars? Do people want them?
Yes, because for example, in the city, is more common that the traffic is very low, and you need a car that can save gasoline.
Yeah, I think it's pretty desirable. Maybe not everyone, but certainly a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, maybe viability would be the one that's a little bit more questionable. You know, for some companies, depending on how they do this might be a good business decision. But maybe for others, not so much. So I'm not sure if it's viable for all companies at this point. Yeah, I think that's a really good start. Okay, let's keep on the car theme. And let's think about a flying car. Chung, how would you analyze a flying car in terms of feasibility, viability, and desirability?
Yes, I think with the fly car is I know it's now it's become a real, not in design. Some company I know they have to us, but they have a problem with about the law, because in flying a car is not easy for, because I know it's example like by myself when I using a drone. It's a fly cam for the car, and it's down permits because in the sky it's too dangerous for the airplane. Some company and it to it flow with especially with the military, because on the government in the military and they don't allow using the flying on the sky. And I think it's a flying car if it's be accepted by the government, and or to, because it flying car is not in one country, it's a global, because in the sky, and it to have to the law with a lot of country, with not in one country. And if flying car is acceptable, I think it's very convenient, because nowadays on the traffic in the traffic in normal, it's a congestion a lot.
Yeah, congestion.
Yes, it's a traffic jam all day. For example, in Vietnam, maybe now it's more traffic. If the part you just take about 10 minutes, but now more than about 30 minutes or 1 hour for movement. I think now a lot of traffic jam is not issue in one country in Vietnam. I think all country have problem with this, and everybody in every country in a government try to find solution to the reduce the traffic jam, like to using the public transportation and minimize using the car or the vehicle. And I think filing car is the one of the best solution, but they have a problem with the law.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it sounds like it would be desirable. Like, yeah, that would be great, if you could avoid the traffic, if there could be less traffic.
Yes.
But maybe not feasible, because of the laws about things flying in the air. I'm not sure if we have the technology to make a flying car yet, at least not as I kind of imagine it.
No, some company they have using the fly car. It's just a fly, but using like Uber. They Uber they in Rochester in they are expecting in a flying car. Yes.
Okay, so maybe there's better technology than I even think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and then viability. Whether it's a good business decision. It kind of depends on the cost. Like if it's very, very costly to make, maybe it's not very viable. But if you can sell it to people and you can make it at a good price, then maybe it would be viable. Nice. Okay, and then for Caesar, let's think about an underwater car. Would it be desirable?
Okay, for me here about the ability.
Okay, viability.
Viability. For currently, I think it's not a good business or it's a good decision because some some people or anybody can could buy a underwater car. For example, in my city or in my state, we don't have rivers or the ocean. Something like that. The second, the
desirability.
The desirability. I think the people don't want this product because in the world nobody has a underwater car. Underwater car and feasibility. Uh, Probably in some countries can make the car, but for example in my country, I think the the companies think is not a good business the other car.
Yeah, it's maybe feasible but not viable. Yeah, I think that's great. I think desirability definitely lower than an electric car or even a flying car. I don't think people need to go underwater that much. Maybe a few people think it would be cool, but I agree, it's not very widely desirable. Some people don't even live near water. And viability, I think that was great too. There's not a lot of desires, maybe not so viable. All of these are related. And then feasibility, I agree too. Probably possible to make something like this. We have submarines, that's a little bit like an underwater car, but depends on the place too, depends on the companies.
And the other hand, the person need to learn how how to drive this machine. I I think is very, very difficult.
Yeah, probably more difficult than a normal card is.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I think you guys did a really great job, thinking about these. And of course, we can see that they overlap, so they're all related. Something might be desirable and viable, but not feasible. Something might be two, but not the other. And then, of course, you want one that's all three, where there's feasibility, viability, and desirability. That's like the perfect product. Okay, are there any other questions about this?
No.
Okay. Okay, so let's just recap a little bit. So these are quite difficult words, but you can kind of break them down. So desirability, about what people want, what they desire. And so if people think a product would be useful, or they might desire it, or if it's really cool thing, they might desire it. And then viability, something's viable, kind of it's able to work for kind of a useful. It's hard to find an exact word that means viable. Like possible to happen, kind of. So something viable. We're talking about business decisions. Is this a good business decision, or is it not? And then feasible. Whether this can actually be made. Thinking about technology, thinking about resources, thinking about whether we have the knowledge to build something. And I think you guys did a really good job analyzing all of these. And you can think, any product that someone's thinking of making in the future, or that someone has made in the past, we can kind of analyze with all of these. And if it's a product that you're going to make, hopefully it fits into all of the categories, unless you're going to kind of create desire for it, or make it feasible, even though it hasn't been feasible before. So it's kind of interesting to think about products in terms of these things. Any final comments or anything interesting that you learned from this?
No, thank you.
I think you guys did well with this. This was quite a difficult subject. We don't often talk about these kind of categories or these words. But now if people talk about even like viable, sometimes you'll hear, without viability, or feasible, you'll also hear these kind of new words in these. Okay, well, we're at the end of our time. So thank you guys so much for the class and great job with this.
See you.
So have a good day. See you next time. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, bye, teacher.